Debonair. Okay.
What's good, y'all? Shout out to Notification Gang for hitting the like button. The video didn't even start yet. Y'all the realest ones, and I appreciate you anyway. Yeah, man. Listen. A lot of people have a lot of thoughts and opinions on interracial dating, interracial coupling, interracial whatever. Me personally, man, listen. Find who loves and respects you as much as you love and respect them. Y'all go ahead, build y'all union, covenant, whatever y'all want to call it, and keep moving. Me personally, it's not for me. It hasn't. If I'm being brutally honest, it's not for me. I just don't see myself being in that community. I don't have anything against it. It's just not for me, right? Dr. Umar, who's on Joe, but shout out to Joe Budden. Recently was on Joe Budden's podcast. Whenever I can get a chance to drop this video, hopefully I'll be able to tag first of all, I'll tag the channel regardless. But I'll be able to put the link to the description to the full interview so you guys can go and watch that. But so far I've seen a few of these clips, and from what I've seen, it's been pretty decent. I haven't seen this one yet, but for what I've seen, it's been pretty good. But let's get into this, man. Because I have a few thoughts in my head already, but let's go.
Our manager that he hired to come in here and clean this motherfucking apartment. Joe might not know who the fuck cleans this apartment.
Something just hit me.
Shoot.
Are you mixed race?
No.
Or you a bunny hopper?
Yes. Per your whole.
That's why you have a liberal perspective.
That's not true. That's not
because you go home.
That's
to a
not
white
true.
woman.
Yes, but that's not true. I felt this way before I met my white girlfriend.
So help me understand how you could be so passionate about the black.
I'm passionate. I'm an objective thinker. I don't. If something makes sense.
You have no loyalty to the black community.
No, I do have. I probably employ more blacks than you.
Okay, so help me understand that you employ more blacks than me.
That doesn't mean that you are loyal to the black community, sir. Just because you employ, he tried to be slick with it. I just peeped that. I employ more blacks than you. What does that have to? Maybe he doesn't even employ black people. Period. I mean, come on, bro. Be honest. Be honest. Let's keep going.
But you go home to a white woman. Why you don't have a black woman?
Because I fell in love with a white woman, not a black.
Why didn't you fall in love with a black woman?
I fell in love with a black woman. We broke up.
Okay, and why didn't you fall in love with another black woman?
I did that too. We broke up.
Okay, and why didn't you get another one and another one and another one until you found the right one?
Because I met a white woman that I fell in love with, and that's the person.
And you're being disingenuous about something. Not true. And let me tell you what you're being disingenuous about.
True.
Romance is a function of focus and opportunity. If I want to date an Asian, I'm going to put myself around Asian women so I can find one. If I want to date a Latino, I'm going to put myself around Latino women so I can date one. If you wanted to marry a black woman, you would have put yourself around black women so you can find one. So how did you end up with the Caucasian? No disrespect to her.
No, not at all. What I'm telling you is the places that I go socially are not just monolithic.
So what? I went to a white college, white job. I never bunny hopped.
Listen to my question. Let me answer you.
To be fair, and let me say this, I think the video has been sped up for some reason. I'm not too sure what that's about, but whatever. To be fair, Dr. Umar has a point. By the time I got to my bachelor's program, y'all, majority of my classmates were of other races, either Caucasian, Hispanic, Asian, whatever the case may be. When I got to my master's program, it was that times 10. It was worse. It was worse. I've said this before in a million of my videos already. There were times where I was the only black guy in the class, and then maybe like two, three other black women. And then there was times where I was the only black person in the class of 40, sometimes 50, in general, in totality. And I still was able to find my one. Technically, she didn't go to that school, so I don't know. It's whatever. Let me say this. If you really want something, like he said, you are going to put yourself around them. What I wanted was a black wife. Majority of my exes, I mean, basically all of my exes are black. I spoke about a Colombian chick, y'all. I'm telling y'all right now, if I was to show y'all a picture of my Colombian ex, y'all would be like, yo, she Hispanic. I'm telling you right now, the only reason why, when I first met her, I'll never forget, when I first met her, she had like these cornrows going back, like these weave cornrows, whatever, looking fine as hell. I put up on her. I spoke to her, hey, how you doing? And she responded, and I'm like, where you from? I'm from Colombia. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And my mom thinking, damn, I'm thinking you a whole ninja. and she was an Afro-Latina, man, and she was gorgeous as hell, fine as hell, whatever. When you really want something, you're going to put yourself around that. So to his point, Buddy's point right here in the Brown, he dated multiple black women and then he found his Caucasian woman. It happens. It is what it is. We have to take that for a grain of salt, Dr. Umar. You're trying to dissect something and put pieces of a puzzle together that does not exist, sir. You know, and nonetheless, me personally, man, I just honestly, bro, I told myself that this will be my last relationship, right? This would be my last relationship. In general, I also kind of joked about it. I was saying, oh, this probably would be my last relationship with a black woman. I'll probably move on to a Caucasian girl. That was kind of a joke. Every joke does have some truth in it. Y'all know me, I'm not biased. I'm gonna hold myself accountable for my actions and things that I say. I will say this. This is my last relationship. If it does not work out, I don't think I would toy with the notion of interracial coupling to an extent. In my opinion, I honestly believe this was probably my last relationship in general, in totality, with any woman, whether it's a black woman, Hispanic woman, Asian, Caucasian woman, whatever it is, right? We will probably be like smashing buddies with no title, like I'm kind of yours, but I'm not yours type of situation. I mean, I don't know. You never know, bro. You never know. But let me finish because I have something else I want to say. Let me finish this.
That wasn't my priority. My priority wasn't, I'm not closed off to dating Latino women. I'm not closed off to dating Asian women. I'm not closed off to dating white women. So again, in my search for romance, all of those things were on the table.
But you do understand that by not being with a black woman, you undermine the success of the black community.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion. Then tell me how the black community benefits from you having a white woman.
If I lend to the financial uplifting of that community, one, that's one thing. Two, if I'm helping to educate the people in that particular community, that's a benefit.
Does not your white woman benefit more from your economics than any black person?
Yeah, probably.
Exactly.
So why can't they both be mutually beneficial?
You want to know why? Because she belongs to the group that is responsible for the historical oppression of your race. So why would you voluntarily go over and marry into that? Because when you marry the woman, you don't just marry the woman or date the woman, you're dating her community and her culture. So and given the history of us and them, why would you dare align yourself with that if you care about us?
Let me ask you a question. I want you to let me get my answers out.
Go ahead.
So hypothetically.
He has a point. He has a point. And the thing about it, fellas, let me talk to fellas real quick. Fellas, the thing about it is, when you marry a woman, you don't marry just her, you marry the family. You marry, like Dr. Umar said, you marry the community. That's the truth of the matter when it comes to interracial datings. I've been in several situations where I was messing or I've slept with, right? I slept with a woman that was of Muslim or Islam faith. I've slept with the chick that was with that was of if I'm not mistaken, she was of Hindu faith. She practiced Hindu religion. She was Indian, and me and her slept together for maybe a semester and a half. I wouldn't even call us like boyfriend and girlfriend, bro. Honestly, because we never even got to that point. We just like the first time I smashed was like on campus in one of the bathrooms or something like that, and it kind of just like lasted way longer than it was supposed to or it should have, because she would tell me, hey, listen, like my parents were trying to set me up to marry this guy. I don't want to marry him, blah, 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 blah. Right? Whatever. That's top for another day. Me and her messed around for so long to the point where she would tell me certain things like, hey, I love you. I really love you. I really love you. I'm like, bro, I don't think that you really love me. I think you only say that because we just got done having sex, right? Which is true. She will always say, hey, I'm in love with you after we just got done smashing. I'm like, bro, I don't think that's love. I think you still off of that dopamine high or whatever, mentally. But she said something to me. She said, yo, my parents will never accept you. It reminded me of the thing that the Colombian girl told me. My parents, my family will never accept you. It reminded me of the same thing of the Asian girl, the Japanese girl that I was not me. The Asian girl, okay, so the Japanese, I don't think I've ever told a story. The Japanese chick, I don't think I've never told a story. Me and her, we dated, and I'm using that term extremely loosely. I'm talking like soft dating, right? Some chick that I met when I was in my undergrad years, we went out on probably 4 or 5 dates, right? It wasn't even dates. It was like we would have breaks in between classes, and we would like go to like get like McDonald's or a coffee or something like that. We'll just talk and chill. We kissed a couple of times. We never did anything past that. There was a situation of me going to her parents' house, and yes, I went to her parents' house. She was Japanese. I went to her parents' house for dinner, and it just was it was just like, yeah, I'm out. It was really bad. I've never told the story. That's crazy. I'm thinking about it now. I don't think I've never told that story. Whatever. Dr. Umar didn't say anything wrong. When you marry a woman, you marry into her family, you marry into her community. Their community is going to benefit off of things that you're doing for her. And case in point, what happens if, God forbid, you die after you hit 100 mil? Who gets that money? The wife does. 9 times out of 10, do you believe that that wife is going to be giving that money to the Black community, or you think she's going to keep it in her community? Let's be honest. Let's have this conversation. Do you believe that she's going to give that money, a portion of that money, to the Black community, you being a Black man? The answer is 9 times out of 10, no, she isn't. She's going to keep it within her community. That's the truth of the matter. I don't have anything against interracial dating, coupling, whatever y'all want to call it. I don't have anything against it. What I do want to say is, me personally, ever since I was a child, I've always dreamt of having kids, and every time I've dreamt of having kids, I dreamt of having girls, number one. But not only that, I've always dreamt of having dark-skinned girls, like my complexion, if not darker, type skin complexion girls. That's how I knew that I was going to be, first of all, having kids, having girls, number one, but also married to a Black woman. So again, it's nothing against interracial dating, interracial coupling. Y'all do what y'all want to do. I wish y'all the best. But if you're going to have these types of conversations, let's have them in truth, and let's have them in its totality. Let's just have it in truth and honesty. I agree with a lot of the things that Dr. Umar says. Not to say that this dude is wrong, but he is a little misguided, honestly. I don't know, but maybe I think differently, man. I want y'all to comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this video, man. Thanks for watching. Until next time, please, man, reciprocate.